So what you want to call that segment, bro?
I don't know, whatever you want to call it.
We can come up with something together, bro.
You know what I mean? Listen, I don't know, man.
Daydream.
Hey, once I start doing my shows and stuff, I'm gonna start calling them Revenge of the Dreamers.
Okay, we can call it that now.
No. That's
Revenge of the Dreamers. No, we can call it now.
Revenge of the Dreamers.
Revenge of the Dreamers on the Bully Spittin podcast.
If that's what you want to go with, we can go with that.
Yeah, we can call it that. That's cool.
Sure, we can do that.
All right, man. Say we live, man. Revenge of the Revenge of the Dreamers, man. The Bully Spittin podcast featuring it's the Bully Spittin podcast featuring Revenge of the Dream. No. It's the
All right, run it again.
It's the Revenge of the Dreamers, and we on the Bully Spittin podcast.
For sure.
You got your boy Allen, man, with Exquisite Bullies.
Got your boy Daydream, the face and the voice of the bully community.
The face and the voice of the bully community. You heard it. Let's get straight into it.
Without a doubt.
So with that, you just made a real bold statement right there. You say you're the face and the voice of the bully community.
Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory.
Do you have any bully productions?
Absolutely not.
Okay. So what makes you say that you're the face and the voice of the bully community?
Because I'm the face and the voice of the community. Because I'm the face and the voice of the bully community. It's pretty self-explanatory, I believe. Hey, listen, who's more known than Daydream? You know what I mean? Also, I'm implementing a lot of new things in the industry. We're gonna do this very different. You know what I mean? I'm starting to push color DNA testing your dogs, and also breeding out for ovulation. You know what I mean? Helping people get their bitches pregnant. Also, I'm just doing a lot of things for the community. You know, I'm giving back. You know what I mean? Unlike some of these other people that really consider themselves to be the face.
For sure.
Well, whoever. I don't think they consider themselves to be the face, but I think the bully community think that other people is a face, like June Williams, Daquan Jackson. Yeah. I am the face.
No ifs, ands, buts about it.
No ifs, ands, buts
That's
about
what it is.
The thing about it is that you know, when it comes down to it, I'm the guy who's really putting in the work and really doing what I got to do. I think as far as when it comes to dogs, they might have more production, but I'll walk them down any day.
Okay, and you say, I'm gonna be honest with you. Since you said that on the Bully Spittin podcast, yeah. I haven't heard anyone kind of combat you or with any facts or anything of substance.
The only thing they can say about me to try to discredit me is saying I don't have it's out of bully production. But you know what I mean, that's coming soon. My bitch Neptune, she's at a 5.6 today. Today is September the 24th, and so you know what I mean. Monday or Tuesday, the bitch is going to be getting bred, and it's going to be legendary.
Well, that's a lot of pressure behind that breed.
Hey, listen, I put myself on the line every day.
You ready for that?
Hey, listen, I'm ready for all the smoke. If she takes, it's going to be phenomenal. If she doesn't take, it's also going to be phenomenal. People going to see it. People going to enjoy it. People going to love it. They have no choice but to respect it.
For sure. Man, I see every day, man, you get a lot of slack. You get a lot of slack on live, man. I see as soon as you get on the live, I see in the comments, man, why is Daydream on here? Who gave him the platform? Why is he on this platform? Where do you think that stems from? Do you think that is do you think they have legit concerns, or do you think that's jealousy? What do you think that stems from?
You know what I mean? I think it stems from you know what I mean? I really don't believe in anybody being a hater or being jealous. You know what I mean? They just want to be in a position that I have been blessed to be in, and you know what I mean, with all the controversy and all the things like that. But with that being said, I feel like it's just people they want to be in a position. You know what I mean? If you notice, they be like, okay, why y'all didn't bring me on, but y'all got Daydream on here. That's what they all say. So obviously it have something to do with basically just want to be in my position.
Yeah. So they want your spot.
Yeah, unfortunately.
They want to be the face and the voice of the bully game.
But they can't, because it comes with so much pressure.
And they're not built for the pressure.
They're not built for the pressure. Absolutely not.
I ain't gonna lie, Daydream, man. You stand tall, man. You stand tall, man, under pressure, man.
I
You
had no
came
choice
down here,
but to.
you came down here to Dallas, and your shirt says color is king.
For sure, y'all. If y'all see the shirt say "Color is King" because
Speak on
color for
that.
sure is king.
Speak on that.
It's
What do you mean?
once again, that's another statement that I made. Very it's simple. You know what I mean? A lot of these things that I say is simple. It just, you know what I mean? Some of these bullet breeders make it more complicated than what it needs to be. Colors for sure, king. And I'm going to use a very popular dog, and I hope no one takes it literally. But what happens is that when you have a dog as like Crown, he's a Lilac Tri dog, phenomenal dog, got great structure. But we know if that dog was a black dog or a blue dog, that dog wouldn't be nearly as used as, you know what I mean, as with him being a lot like Charles. So color is king, and it's pretty self-explanatory. I'm not saying that, to choose color over structure, but if you got the structure and also you got the color, man, you unbeatable right now.
Makes sense, man. I just seen a post. I just saw a post maybe yesterday or 2 days ago from
Yeah,
one of the co-owners of Crown,
yeah,
and they said they asked the question to the public if they should start charging more for Crown stud fee to to try dogs,
try those, yeah,
and that kind of solidifies what you say. As
man.
far as color being king, why would you charge more? For a dog just to only try dogs? What do you what are your feelings and thoughts about that?
I think that's a great idea as far as a strategy. I mean, I think I think that's good for the bully community because it's going to really enforce, you know, what I mean, DNA testing your dogs and really understanding what's going on because a lot of these bully breeders, they feel like they got it down pat, but they don't even know the basics of, you know, what I mean, just dogs and genetics in general. And so, you know, what I mean, us as a bully community, we are very behind. And so, my point is to, you know, what I mean, get here and get everybody else up to pace with, you know, what I mean, the rest of these dog communities as is, you know what I mean, because I feel like these other bully breeders are behind. They're behind. You know what I mean, they know a lot about nothing. You know what I mean. So at the end of the day, you know what I mean. We don't. You know what I mean. We're not doing the 9, 11, 13 stuff no more. We using possession machines. We you know what I mean. We letting technology take over. And so you know what I mean. I'm a science based breeder. Everything I do over here in my program is science based. So you know what I mean. I like to I like to really I believe in science and I like to that's what I like to do over here in my program.
For sure, you just made this the statement that you're a science based breeder.
For sure.
Where does where does your knowledge come from? Where does the knowledge come from? Because sometimes I'll tell you something. Sometimes in this game, you have people who have done something one way for so long that they don't really understand the other way.
Yeah.
But I've seen on the live where you're saying everything that is 100% true,
Right.
but you got 90% of the comments combating you saying that's not true
Right.
because they don't understand or because they don't have the knowledge of the situation. Where does your knowledge come from? Because you don't have the experience as far as with the bully breed. So where does the knowledge come from?
The knowledge come from, and honestly, I have a very phenomenal mentor. You know what I mean? My mentor, he's just great, and also, you know what I mean, just expanding from, you know, breeding other dogs as
Who
well.
is your mentor?
Uh, man, one day I'll be in a position where I'll tell everybody who my mentor is.
I think today on the live on the Revenge of the Daydreamers live on the
For
Bully
sure.
Spittin podcast
Revenge of the Dreamers.
platform.
For sure.
The Revenge of the Dreamers for sure.
For sure.
I think he would be honored to get that shout out here. And if not, when we leave here, if you talk about it, we can have Stevie bleep it out.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
But who is your mentor?
Man, I don't want to put him out right now because you know what I mean. You got to be doing the best thing in light of others because what I can do can affect his program as well. And so you know what I mean. People think that I'm ignorant. People think that I don't know what I'm talking about. They would think that mentor who's taught me don't know what he's talking about as well. And so you know what I mean. I got to clear my face before I try to introduce anybody else into my world or
That's real.
try to put light on anybody else because you know what I mean. If I'm doing things that's not agreed upon in the public. You know what I mean? I gotta wait till I clear face.
That's real. That's real. Respect.
For sure.
Well, where's your mentor from?
He's from Cali.
He's from Cali,
North Cal,
North Cal.
for
Okay,
sure.
so that makes sense
Yeah.
when you say the West Coast has the best
No,
dogs.
no.
Is that why you say that?
No. The reason why I say West Coast have the best dogs, for one, is a fact that West Coast had the best dog. I mean, you know what I mean?
Wait. You say it's a fact?
Yeah, it's a fact. You know what I
Is
mean?
it measurable?
Yeah, I mean, come on. What state have better dogs than Cali?
Texas.
Absolutely not. Texas do not have better dogs than Cali. I mean, we got Murder Baby, we got Pimp Charles Brown, we got well in Cali they have Murder Baby, they got Pimp Charles Brown, they got Crown, they got Pimpin' Ain't Easy, they got Pimpy, they got Mucho Dinero, they have bro, it's endless. You know what I mean? That boy Yo Yo that I'm breeding to. Shout out to Chelsea Cloud9 Kennels. But yeah. With that being said, Cali a crazy cell lineup. You got Vito, and I know it's dogs I'm leaving out because you know what I mean. This kind of you got Kraken. Man, you can go on for days. Marine.
Nah, for sure. Cali has a crazy stud lineup for sure. But when you talk about like they have some of the top studs in the world, I think if you said, you know, who had what state has the top studs in the world, I think it's Cali, hands down. But when you talk about the best dogs in the world, meaning the quantity and the quality,
It won't be
I
Texas.
don't think Texas can be touched.
I don't think Texas would even make it in the top five. Well, I'll put it in top five because you know what I mean is a big state. But as far as if you go, Texas is for sure. It'd probably be second, maybe, but they're for sure not overrunning Cali. I mean, you got big camps out there. You know what I mean? You got George, you got Jason Ohm, who's running a big camp. You know what I mean? You got a lot of people here. You know what I mean? Like Major League. A lot of people that have phenomenal camps and phenomenal programs, and also they have offspring to show it. I'm talking about people that's actually breeders that's been line breeding and inbreeding their own stuff. You know what I mean?
Listen to me, Daydream. I can take you to a kennel.
I'm ready.
I can take you to a kennel. Shit, probably my own kennel. I can take you to a kennel right here in Texas that has enough ammunition to give any one of those breeders you name the blues. And when it comes to like a stack off, you know, down the line, male, female.
See, I think you know what I mean. I think Chelsea have a phenomenal program over there.
I agree.
I mean, she got some bad females. Major League got phenomenal dogs.
For sure.
Jason Ohm got phenomenal dogs. And I'm pretty sure George have phenomenal dogs as well. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure you know what I mean. Man of War. There's a lot of dog breeders that I'm missing out. Let's talk about Murder Baby's owner. I believe his name is Pep. Man, come on,
Yeah.
it's just endless, bro. Cali is just on top right now. And
I agree when you talk about to the public eye or like the dogs that are known, like as far as they have a.
So you feel like you can compete with Jason Ohm?
Mm-hmm. Me myself.
Yeah.
As far as quality of dogs, yes.
As far as quality and quantity of dogs, because
no, I don't have as many dogs as some of those guys got, but he can put his best female. I can put my best female next to his best female, and I could possibly give him the blues. Yeah, or it'll possibly, it'll be close. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, or you can take your best male, or like I don't have like anything mediocre.
Oh,
that's the thing about a lot of breeders who don't have 30 dogs. Like we don't keep anything that's mediocre.
For sure. Well, the thing about it is that you know, I mean, you're in a position where you can't keep anything mediocre, because you know, I mean, we're not running a big program. You know, I mean, you can't keep everything. So you gotta really select the breed and keep the dogs who have the traits that you desire and traits you need to, you know, what I mean, push your program further. But also another big breeder that I forgot out was Dr. Pocket. He's doing this thing, bro.
I like Dr. Pocket.
I'm going to keep on just throwing breeders out there, you know what I mean, just so I can acknowledge the West Coast, man. Well, Cali in general, because it's just ridiculous.
Now, Cali's doing their thing, man. You can't really argue, you know. Name
anybody out here. Name anybody out here, honestly. As far as you talking about, name anybody out here who have yards that's more refined than them dogs. I mean, their yards.
Complete camps.
Yeah. Name a camp out here.
Dang, you just put me on the spot, Daydream.
For sure, because there's not. There's not any camps out here in Texas that can compete with Jason on. There's not no camps out here
I think
that can compete with Chelsea. There's not any camps out here that can compete with Dr. Pocket.
Bro, you got
Major
people,
League either.
You see with them, you talking about extremely big camps. So not with the quantity of dogs.
When you say the best, we gotta make sure we define the best. I mean, I can't take it easy on you because you only have 5 dogs.
No.
Well, I'm not saying you have 5 dogs, but you know what I mean. Versus, I mean, they have more.
I was gonna say I got way more than 5 dogs.
Yeah, no, I just throwing a number out there. You know what I mean? Like I understand that you don't have like as many dogs as they do, or your program's not as big as theirs.
No, I'm talking about a lot of people though. A lot of people don't have as many dogs as they have. So it's like the argument is not who can pull out the most fire dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like
I think
not who can pull out 20 fire dogs, but who can pull out the most the dog that is the most fire.
Think about the way that they can breed their dogs. If you have how many bitches you own right now in your program?
Let me count. 9.
9 bitches right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got 9 bitches. You breed all your 9 bitches to one stud, right? Which is
not the same stud.
No, I'm just saying.
A lot of them
just
are
hypothetically.
Oh yeah, okay.
Hypothetically, if you had 9 bitches and you bred your dog to one stud soldier, right? Which is no longer here, but just hypothetically speaking, bred all the dogs to soldier. Okay, and Dr. Pocket got Prince Charles Brown, and he got 30 bitches, and he can breed his dog to 30 bitches. Who have a better chance of pulling a stud out of that?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
it's a better chance.
So that's the whole point of having a big program is because you know what I mean you can run your stud to 30 different bitches, and you know what I mean you increase your chances of producing the next biggest thing.
Yeah,
and that's probably having a smaller. I mean you can do it with a smaller program, but the thing about it is when you're really breeding, you're gonna have a big facility. I mean, big breeders like Ryan Gillum like have big facilities, and also they don't run to the dog one time. They run to the dog 6 or 7 times. They take multiple bitches to the dog because you wanna increase your chances of producing a nice dog off of that stud.
You definitely have better chances because you have more shots at it. But yeah and no, because you can breed them 30 bitches that you got and still not get the same thing that Joe Blow down the street that only has 1 dog got.
I agree.
But you definitely higher your chances. Sure. Like if you're gonna gamble, you're gonna want to take 30 shots versus taking 1 shot.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I don't agree with you with the Cali with the Cali is king thing, but I respect your argument. I respect the facts that you just put out there, man. But
there's no one stepping on Cali.
You know the public. They wanted to hear why you feel like Cali is king.
I mean, it's self-explanatory. I mean, these are the biggest programs that's out. You know what I mean? And I know when after people they're gonna look at this interview and they'll be like, oh well, this dude got this go. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not making enough noise with me.
And that's the thing. We talk about that all the time on the Bully Spittin podcast.
Yeah.
Is that these breeders who are just producing heat
right
in their backyard
right
for nobody to see.
Right.
That's cool. Do that. Produce your heat in the backyard for nobody to see. But when it comes time to get public recognition, you can't be mad at that because you're producing your heat in the backyard for nobody to see.
For sure. And I'm well aware that there's nice dogs that's just pets. There's nice dogs that that people are breeding in their backyards. I know there's not a lot of nice dogs out there, but promotion is another aspect of the industry as well.
Promotion is critical.
This industry is getting so oversaturated. The quality of the dogs are getting so better. Well, it's increasing.
For sure.
The quality of the dogs is just getting phenomenal. What it's going to boil down to who's the better businessman, who's really who can do good business, who could I trust putting my $3,500 or my $5,000 lock in, who could I trust? You know what I mean? It's going to be Allen or it's going to be Daydream, and so that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? And so not to put it not to say we're going to be competing. But I'm just saying like You know what I mean? It comes like, okay, who got more to offer? You know what I mean? And so that's why I do things a certain way. You know what I mean? Especially on my program. You know what I mean? And so you know what I mean? I think it's all gonna boil down to strictly business. Who can do the best business?
For sure.
And also, you know what I mean?
I mean, you already see it.
Yeah,
You
you already
already
see it right now.
you see people who don't come out to shows and who don't respect people's money.
Right.
You see them starting to slowly fade away.
Right.
The
Right.
game right now is at a slow. Right now it's at a a slowly changing pace. You got some people can't sell dogs right now.
For
You know,
sure.
some people who haven't had the luxury or didn't put that type of work in to build their support base or um, you know to get themselves out there to the public eye. They're struggling right now to
Right.
sell dogs.
Right.
Like struggling. But you can see that shit start to get washed out. Like it's starting to get washed out. Those type of breeders who, you know, take your money and you don't hear from them ever again. Them type of breeders are starting to get washed out.
For sure.
Or you pull up to use a stud and they give you a box and say, fuck you, bye, good luck. Them type of breeders are starting to get washed out. You can see
for sure.
it.
For sure. And you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I took a big step back, you know what I mean, from some of the breeders because, you know what I mean, you put some of the breeders on the pedestal. You know what I mean? Like and it's crazy because, you know what I mean, I got blocked by this individual that we all got blocked by. It's like, well, hold on, wait a minute. I just on the podcast.
Let's talk about it, man. You know, we got to keep it. We got to put it out there.
So let's talk about it. Okay, so man, you know what? You can't bite your tongue for people like this, bro. You can't. So I'm on the Google Spin podcast. You know what I mean? I'm a big. You know what I mean? I was on there talking about George. Well, we was all talking about conversation about George, right? And then so I'm the only person there defending him. Like, yeah, I think he's a cool guy. He's for the community. You know what I mean? He helped me out. But then like a few days later, I noticed I got blocked. Like, well, hold on, time out. I got blocked. And so I go back and I talked to one of his friend Jesse. He was like, well, maybe
kennel partner.
Yeah, his kennel partner. Yeah. One of his kennel partner, Jesse. And you know, I mean, Jesse's a cool guy. You know, I can vouch for him. You know, I mean, I think he's a cool guy. And
For sure,
you know,
shout out to Jesse.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to him. But man, it's just like, bro, that wasn't cool because like I really don't care about it because that's behind me. Like I don't have to support nobody. Well, as far as that individual, I don't have to do it because you know what I mean. If you don't see what I do for you, then it is what it is.
Yeah.
And so it just was ludicrous to me that he actually took the time out to block both of my accounts. I have a Daydream account and also I got the real Google Boy account. And so he blocked both of my accounts and it's like, okay, well somebody's behind this because there's no way this man know both of my accounts. But you know what I mean? He ended up blocking me. I don't know why.
Wasn't he on your live and y'all were kind of vibing back and forth? Like
we had I had a live. I actually had him 2 times on my live. He got on my live twice.
He don't really get on lives.
Yeah, he don't really get on lives, and so it was a pleasure having him on my live. But you know what I mean? The thing about that is, bro, is like I really don't like speaking on it because you know what I mean, people get a little upset and they feel like you're tarnishing or you're talking down on somebody else. I don't see it as if it's that way. I feel like, you know what I mean, sometimes when you have people that's backing you, the least you can do is like, okay, yeah, I acknowledge your support. But you know what I mean, for him to block me, I feel like that was a big slap in the face. But honestly, I don't care about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just keep it moving.
Nah, you care about it for sure.
No. I don't care about it. I don't care about it because when I got the
opportunity. It was on your mind.
No, it wasn't on my mind. It is crazy to me. Like, what? You blocked me? That's crazy. Now, I just thought it was more. It was more hilarious that like, okay, dang, I'd really been out here and vouched for you. Then you blocked me. It was more of that. But I told him, I said, George, make sure you keep my seat warm because I'm coming. That's what I told him. As soon as I got the opportunity to talk to him again, I told him he keep my seat warm.
Hey, what goes up must come down.
For sure, what goes up must come down.
But look, I think.
Hold on, you got blocked because you came on our show?
I don't know if it's because I came on your platform or I said because me and Jesse was having a conversation. He was talking about Photoshop, and I had a picture of Neptune, and I'm like, okay, well, you know what I mean. He was looking at my dog Neptune, you know what I mean, my professional photos of him, and you know what I mean. She's looking phenomenal. I think she looked like her pictures, and so he gets on there and say something about the dog in Photoshop, and I'm like, hey, listen, instead of you saying that to me, you need to address your kennel partner. And so I don't know if that's what got me blocked, or they saw me on the Bullet Spin podcast, and that's what got me blocked.
Let me tell you the biggest misconception in the bully game, bro, is that one of the biggest misconceptions is that these guys or this person, this camp is on a pedestal. No. Regular guy like me or you may have a little bit more money than Joe down the street, but a regular guy like me or you, that's why you'll never hear me use the term OG breeder.
Yeah, that's not real.
Yeah, you're not an OG.
They're like these quote
you're not an OG to
OGs,
me.
They're exposing that stuff every day.
Yeah, but I'm saying these so-called what like who's giving them that? How, did they earn that? Where I'm from, you call somebody an OG, it's for a reason.
Yeah.
Just because you've been breeding a long time, you don't get called the OG. Did you earn that? Did you put the bully game on your back? You helping the community out?
I got it. I think he is a fucker, but I think he is an OG.
No, I'm not saying. No. I'm not saying. I feel like, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm not discrediting him. I wasn't even talking about him specifically.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not discrediting. Now that we're talking about him, I'm not discrediting him in any way. But when you use the term OG, like you don't. To me, nobody in the bully game should be called an OG because they breeding a long time. That's just my thinking about it. You shouldn't be called an OG because you've been breeding a long time. Like, or because you had this top stud back then and now you got this top stud now. I don't think you should be called a OG. To me, you're just you're a good breeder.
Yeah, to me,
you're a good breeder. You're doing your thing. You have a good program, a good foundation. But to me, as a man, like you're not an OG to me.
Yeah, like to me, like my mentor is a refined dog breeder, and he know if he don't adapt, he will die.
Yeah.
And so what I mean by that is that it's basically you gotta educate yourself. You know what I mean? As far as, hey, listen, we're doing this now. We're not breeding on 9, 11, 13 no more.
Yeah.
We gotta do things differently now. You know what I mean? Everything that I do and everything he do as well is science based. You know what I mean? So we understand how critical science is playing a role in our industry.
And so
we gotta adapt to the industry. We gotta adapt for, you know what I mean, that okay, well the Merles are coming out now. And eventually I would introducing a different color into this industry. And eventually there'll be, you know what I mean, different like fluffies or something like that, you know what I mean, that's less desired. But it's gonna be here.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is if you don't DNA test your dog, or people don't start DNA testing a dog, now they're gonna be taking a carrier to a carrier.
Yeah.
Because the dog is mislabeled. And so the dog mislabeled because you didn't do a DNA test, and then you're gonna take a carrier to a carrier, and then you're gonna have visual fluffies. You know what I mean? So it's going to come to the point that this industry is going to be, it's going to be exposed to these fluffies or these different colors are going to be introduced later on, and we're going to be forced to DNA test our dogs. Because if you don't want fluffies, you're going to DNA test your dog to make sure it doesn't carry fluffy.
I don't think it'll make it that far.
I think it will.
I think the industry will be DNA testing before that.
I know that, but I'm just saying that's going to be really the drawing point where people are really going to be having to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Because I saw not too long ago, maybe a few months ago, they posted a picture of Crown with his full DNA profile out there.
For sure.
And for one, it's a monkey see, monkey do game.
For sure. For
one top stud to do that, that'll be coming. Now that you got people that are going to try to separate themselves from the pack, you're gonna start seeing people, sell their litters with DNA, sell pups from their litters with DNA already provided.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
And I would like to say that I'm glad that I can be a part of that.
Yeah.
That change. I'm glad that I can because I've been pushing for about a year, and so now people are really just waking up and realize that, hey, listen, DNA is very important. If I'm trying to produce lilac dogs, I'm going to do this. You know what I mean? And the reason why I say okay. Or I'll say black, or say something about a fawn dog or something like that. The reason why I say it is because, like me personally, I don't care for black dogs. Me personally, I don't care for fawn. I don't care for smuts. I don't care for these non-colored dogs. I don't care about them because if I'm trying to increase my chances of getting a lot, if I'm trying to increase my chances of getting an Isabella try, what I'm going to do is I'm going to breed an Isabella dog to an Isabella dog, and I'm going to have all Isabellas.
Isabella try.
Isabella try.
You just
yes.
used the term that
Yes.
most people in the bully game don't use.
Yes.
Why are you doing that? Why did you say that?
Because at the voice in the face community, we have to distinguish between two different dogs with two different DNAs. You know what I mean? We don't DNA test our dogs, so you can have a dog that can be little d with 2 copies of COCO, or a dog can be little d with 2 copies of testable. And so as me being the voice
When you
in the
say
face,
testable, keep in mind that you're talking to a bully breed.
I'm not dumbing myself down no more.
But I'm saying, keep in mind that you're talking to a bully breed that doesn't necessarily know what you're talking about.
I'm not.
So when you use the term, no, testable is a shortcut though. You get what I'm saying?
Testable.
So when you say testable, what are you talking about?
When I'm talking about testable, I'm talking about
testable chocolate.
Testable chocolate, yeah. Testable. Oh, well, you're talking about testable chocolate, yeah. So yeah. So there's 2 different forms of chocolate. You got the cocoa and you got the testable. And so our dogs, most of our dogs have the testable chocolate, and there's some dogs out there that have the cocoa chocolate. So we got this distinguish between the 2. And so if we're both labeling the dogs as to be a lilac dog, but they have 2 different DNAs and they're not compatible, why do we consider it two different dogs? And so now, if you have a dog like Crown, if you have a dog like Pimpy, if you got a dog like name me another dog, Mr. Biggs, Soji, Big Stepper, them dogs are now Isabella. Them dogs are no longer lilacs.
Did you just change the?
Yeah,
that quick.
He did. He just changed. That you heard it here first on the Revenge of the Dreamers,
for sure,
live on the Bully Spittin podcast. Daydream just changed the color profile.
Yes,
for the exotic bullies.
And I will be coming out with my own color thing, and with my own color. It's basically gonna be a color chart, right? And I want to show the DNAs of these dogs and what we're gonna call them. and so now a true lilac dog is gonna be a dog that have 2 copies of little d and 2 copies of COCO. That's gonna be a lilac
dog. So basically, for that to happen, some kind of way, somebody's gonna have to make it mandatory for these dogs to be DNA tested.
For sure, these dogs. I mean, if I know the lineage of the dog, if I know your dog came off of Pimpy, if I know your dog came off of Crown, them dogs already have a DNA test. So I already know that your dog, if it's a Isabella dog, if you see it and you know it's the Isabella, I know what form of chocolate it's carrying. But if the dog haven't been DNA tested, I won't know what form of chocolate.
You know, I DNA tested my first dog ever in a bully game.
Right.
Because it came off a Brindle dog, right? Yeah. And I was telling everybody, man, this dog gonna throw me try. This dog gonna throw me try.
Right.
It's like, man, it's a tiger. Back then, we didn't even say Brindle. It's a tiger stripe. It's a tiger stripe. Man, it ain't gonna throw you no Brindle. It's a tiger. Yeah. I mean, it ain't gonna throw you no try. It's a tiger stripe.
Yeah.
I bred that dog to a try, and little do you know, I got tries. And when the DNA when I got the DNA code on that Brindle dog back, what do you think I got? Based off your DNA experience.
What did the dog
on that Brindle dog? On that Brindle dog, when I DNA tested that Brindle dog for that dog to be able to throw try.
Of course.
What do you think I got?
It had to be carrying 10 points. It had to be carrying 10 points. So AT. I'm not sure what it was on the other locus, but I mean, it had to be AT something. Was it AT?
It was AT. That one AT.
Okay.
It was AT.
Because
I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't want to lie because I don't remember what it was, but I know it wasn't 2 copies of 10 points.
For sure.
It was 18 and something else.
For sure. And what people don't understand is that, you know what I mean, some of these dogs, there's a lot of, once you get into DNA is a very tricky thing. You know what I mean, even science, it doesn't have it down packed yet. And so with that being said, there's a lot of things that still need to be developed as far as, you know what I mean, science based. But, you know what I mean, we have a very good baseline that's set out for us, and we can have a very good understanding on what these dogs are doing. You know what I mean, the more in-depth detail, the more in-depth DNA, we would have to sit back and study it a little more. But I mean, there's a lot of things that's going on with Brindle that I'm just not sure. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's why I'm speaking about Brindle. You know what I mean, a lot. But you know what I mean, me personally, I want to stay away from Brindle. So it really doesn't matter to me, but it matters to me because I gotta be able to help the community. I personally like black dogs.
You don't like black
I
dogs?
don't like black dogs.
Why not?
Get rid of them.
Get rid of them?
Get rid of the black dogs, yes, sir.
So if you had a dog, what do you think one of the hottest black dogs in the game right now?
One of the hottest black dogs in the game right now. I have to get to black ice. As far as studs.
So if you had black ice,
for sure,
you get rid of her.
Would I get rid of her?
Yeah.
Nah, I wouldn't get rid of her.
But you just told everybody.
No, I know exactly what I just said, but
yeah.
you know what I mean. It's like we're getting to the point to where, you know what I mean. If you have a litter, right? You have a litter. These black dogs are hard to sell. People want color right now.
Yeah.
And so if you have a dog, you can use that dog for a tool, and actually you can introduce color because eventually when you start breeding these dilutes to dilutes, right? So you start breeding these lilacs, and you get a few generations in there, you're gonna have to revert back to a black dog. No matter what, you're gonna have to revert back to a non-colored dog because when you start breeding dilute to dilute, you don't have enough genetic diversity, and then what happens is the bones become thinner, the bones become weaker, and your dog don't look as masculine or as impressive as it should be. And so with that being said, you're gonna have to revert back to a black dog because breeding a lilac to a lilac over time have been known to create thinner dogs.
I just bred to a black dog.
Ferdinand, for sure. Let's talk about him.
But when you say color is king,
color is your thing.
You definitely have a point. But it won't stop me from breeding to a dog.
Yeah.
But I bred to Ferdinand,
right,
knowing that I'm not gonna get black dogs. If you would tell me you're gonna get black dogs, I might not have did the breeding.
Yeah, okay, so it depends on what your female carries, and I don't really want to talk about that because I need to have the DNA test of the dogs in front of me. I know that boy Ferdinand, he carries chocolate, but I'm not sure if he carried blue. You know what I mean? I never seen any lilac production off of him or any blue dogs off of him. So I think he's a black dog that carried chocolate for sure.
So the thing about it is that I know exactly how the mother's side of Ferdinand was bred.
Yeah.
So I don't know much about the dad's side, the El Vato side, but the mother's side, I can take you back probably 7, 8 generations because I had some parts in it.
For sure.
And I know that, and I will bet anybody that when these puppies drop, I won't get a black dog.
Okay, yeah, I don't know DNA, so I wouldn't even try to contest you.
And I don't know the DNA either.
Okay.
But I know the DNA, that same dog that I told you I DNA'd.
Yeah.
I know the DNA of that dog, and I pretty much can put it together from all those breedings that dog has done.
Yeah, for sure.
Makes any sense?
For sure, yeah. Yeah.
But I don't technically know the DNA of the dog.
Right.
So we'll see. Here in like 3-4 days, if I was if I was capping, or if I was or if I was telling the truth. But I wanted to put this on camera, so I wasn't capping.
Put yourself online for sure. That's good. Yeah, I don't know the DNA of the dog, so I don't want to speak on it. I mean, unless I know the DNA on both on Ferdinand and the female. But I recommend if you have a stud, I mean, make sure you get that dog DNA tested for sure. If you have a stud or you produce one, make sure you get DNA tested on a dog. You know what I mean? Because that dog, it can make your dog become more valuable.
For sure.
People knowing exactly what they can do with your dog, how they can breed your dog, and what female to take to your dog. You know what I mean? It's not about getting the structure anymore. It's about getting the color as well. Color is king.
Wait, you said it's not about getting the structure?
It's not all about that no more. We want the color.
It's not structure. All about that.
Yeah, it's not all about it no more.
I got you.
Color and structure. It's easy to breed brindle dogs all day. It's easy to do that.
Yeah,
you can produce nice brindle dogs all day. The only problem we have, listen, look at the energy. What are we missing? We're missing a chocolate tri Merle. We're missing lilacs. We're missing a chocolate tri. Them are the dogs that we're missing right now. And there's only a few dogs that's really holding it up right now. And so the industry is still missing these type of dogs. And so what that tells me is people is not breeding the way that they're supposed to be breeding. Or people are not really focusing on producing a lilac dog or a chocolate tri dog.
The biggest miss in this game that everybody has been searching or trying to create for years, maybe 2-3+ years
Yeah,
is Chocolate Try Full Tail.
for sure.
Um,
Oh, shout out to the boy Pimp Charles Brown, bro. I think he's one of the most phenomenal dogs.
he's one of the closest.
Nah, absolutely not. He's for sure. He's for sure.
No, he's phenomenal. But I'm saying he's one of the closest to that ideal dog that Chocolate Try that everybody's chasing.
He is the poacher child for exotics right now.
But he doesn't have the tail.
He doesn't have the tail to be a complete bull.
That's the only thing.
He doesn't
just
have
like before Crown, you had Pimpy. You know, right. Pimpy was that lilac try that the bully gang was searching for, but they also wanted that full tail on Pimpy.
Right. I mean, Pimpy having 3/4 of a tail. I mean, that's good enough for me. But I think either a 3/4 of a tail or no tail. That looks perfect to me. Some of these dogs that have these gay tails and also these tails that look like antennas, that look like one of the Ross shopping carts that just linger in there. I feel like that's come on, that's hideous. You know what I mean?
For sure, I don't like
you got a 9-inch dog, but the tail is 14 inches.
For sure, I don't like a long tail. I'm not gonna lie.
That looks ridiculous.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't like a long tail.
So 3/4 of the tail or no tail at all.
I don't like a long tail, but you say 3/4 of a tail.
Yes. But
I do like the short full tail.
That's what I'm talking about. 3/4 of a tail.
But when you say 3/4 of a tail,
yeah,
I don't like the 3/4 of an incomplete tail, if that makes any sense. When I say incomplete, like the tail is the same width all the way through, and it's 3/4 of what a full tail is. I like.
Oh, you have to explain it to me because I don't know.
I like a short full tail. Okay, so basically, when you have a dog and you have and it has a tail, right? It starts off a certain amount thick, right, and it tapers. It tapers to the tip, to the top. The top of the tail, it's thinner, right?
Yeah.
So when you have a dog that only has 3/4 of a tail and is just as wide all the way through, I don't like that tail.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
I like the tail that is the same. It tapers just like a normal tail is.
Right.
And it's full.
For sure.
But it's not super long. I like that.
Exactly.
It's real precise, and it's really just a preference. Yeah. But it's my preference. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. But to count that dog out, Pimp Charles Brown, we can't do that.
Oh no! I would never count the dog out.
No, I'm not saying you count him out. I'm just saying this to people that's watching. Like that dog is a phenomenal dog, and like I don't think it's all around dog. There's no dog that's better than that dog. You couldn't even put next. What dog would you put next to Pimp Charles Brown? Because he's the number one.
Pimp Charles Brown's a nice dog, bro. But when it comes to like, what do you mean? You mean like
all around dog? We're talking about all of Tell me another dog.
I think Crown is a better dog than Pimp Charles Brown.
Absolutely not. For what the people are looking for?
Why not?
What the people looking for?
What you mean?
Crown doesn't have bold up front. That's what the people want.
He don't have a super bow, but he has the thick front all the way through from the shoulder to the paw.
Okay, and also people want more of a shorter back. Crown has a bull back. I like his back. I like that dog. Mm-hmm. But Pimp Charles Brown have more of a compact back.
Yeah, Pimp Charles Brown has a shorter back.
Look at his rear.
But Crown has better feet.
Look at his rear.
Crown has better feet.
Look at his rears though.
Look at whose rear?
Look at Pimp Charles Brown rears.
He got a nice rear. He
have phenomenal rears and he have phenomenal fronts as well.
But when you talk Crown has better feet, right? When you look at their feet, as far as I'm not gonna get down to just breaking down a dog on here, but I'm just gonna say Crown has better feet.
Yeah.
Crown has I feel like Crown has a better head.
Nah.
You don't think Crown has a better head than Pimp Charles Brown?
He got a very unique head, but Pimp Charles Brown head is almost too big for his body.
It's very hard to find a flaw. I've seen Crown in person a couple times, and it's very hard to find a flaw on that dog, bro. Very hard. Like, I've stared at that dog for a while, bro, trying to find a flaw or trying to see if the owner's covering up something. I couldn't. I'm sure he has something because it's a dog. Every dog has a flaw.
For sure.
But it's very hard to find a flaw in that dog, bro. Like, I've seen some videos of him where he doesn't necessarily, maybe he's been breeding a lot, doesn't necessarily look how he looks in person. And you have some people critique those videos.
For sure.
But when I see that dog in person, bro, that's a phenomenal dog, bro.
Man.
Nice dog. Same for Charles Pimpin Brown. But to just kind of give it to Charles Pimpin Brown, just hands down, I can't do that, bro. It's a lot of dogs, bro.
You can't.
Like I like
can't name more than one dog.
I like
I mean, them are the two top dogs right now.
I like goddamn Murder Baby too, bro.
Yeah, Murder Baby was a nice dog. I seen him in person. One of the most impressive dogs I've seen in person.
And he's a Brenda.
Yeah, he's a Brenda dog for sure.
So like I don't know, like I feel like they can be in there too. When I say
I wouldn't.
Murder Baby's not what I need for my program.
I'm talking about ideal dog.
As far as the color and everything.
As far as color too.
Yeah,
color too. He got the color. Crown got the color. But we're talking about all around dog. As far as we're talking about the closest to a finished product. Them dogs would be top 2 right now.
I think you got to give it the Crown. When you talk about the closest to a finished product,
No.
because everybody wants the color.
Everybody wants short back. Everybody wants bows. Everybody, you know what I mean? Everybody wants a nice head.
Everybody wants bows until you get them.
Nah, that's not true.
When you get them bows,
that's not true.
Listen to me. When you get them bows,
there's a difference in having
you start to realize
there's a difference in having bows and string bows.
Yeah.
Some people work themselves into a dog who just have string bows, and now the dog is deformed and you know what I mean.
No. But even with just a regular bow, when you get them bows, just a regular bow, it limits the dogs you can take that dog to. It limits it. Your breeding pool is now smaller because you can't take that dog to a dog with just as much bows or more bows. The outcome more than likely is you're gonna get some dogs in there that are extremely bold. And then also with the bows, I don't know if you start to get a little irregular running movement. You start to get that swing out.
For sure. I know a lot of straight leg dogs that get the swing out as well.
If a straight leg dog has it, it comes because their rear is probably weak.
No.
What are you talking about?
Do you talking about the dog would it go like this when it goes
when they run? They got the
that don't come from the bows.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the same thing. I know straight leg dogs that they get it.
Who?
I know straight leg dogs. I don't want to put it on there, but
it comes from the bows, bro.
It don't come from the bows.
Okay, so where'd it come from?
I'm not sure where it comes from. I don't know exactly where it comes from because obviously it's not the bows because I've seen straight leg dogs walk in that same manner.
Well, so when you say straight leg,
yes.
So you got some dogs that when you stack them, you can stack them straight leg.
Right.
But when you put them in a natural position and they're just natural, their legs are not straight or they may have a knot. They may have a knot at the top of the elbow.
Right.
It's the same thing too. So just the next time you see a dog like that you feel like has that motion, look at that and see if they have the knot or see if they have the bow.
Yeah, I know that for sure. You know what I mean? I've seen dogs, like I said, that doesn't have bows and still walking that motion. I don't think that's just an exotic thing. I think you know what I mean, straight leg dogs can do it as well. I didn't seen it before. So.
I'm telling you, the next time you see a dog,
your dog don't have to be extremely bowed up to have that movement.
No, you don't. It don't have to be extremely, but that's the basis of it. The basis comes from that.
So why does the bows make it swing its leg like that?
I mean, imagine yourself, bro. Imagine it's hard to explain.
I mean, if my hand is cocked like this, I feel like it'd be easier to extend my hand versus me having a straight leg. Then I have to come out like this. I feel like it'd be easier if I was bowed up. Say it again? I think it'd be easier if I was bowed up. Why would I have to bring my hand all the way out here? You know what I'm saying?
Because the bow is here, right?
Right.
And you can't move it. So they're doing this. But it's a bow right here. You can't. There's nowhere for this to go.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know exactly where it come from, and I mean I just have to do some research and really figure out what that is. Because I'm pretty sure that's something that's pretty common in our industry, and it is something that need to be you know what I mean attended to. So I will sure do my research and figure out what exactly it is and where that come from and how that affects the motion of the dog. Because I feel like the motion of the dog is very critical as well. Having a dog that's able to move, like the movement of the dog is nice. I
feel like that's critical.
Yes, I
love How high on a scale from 1 to 10?
I love the movement of my bitch. She moves so smooth and it like her gait is very well.
How high is it for you on a scale from 1 to 10? I'm about to put you on the spot here. So just know it's a follow-up question.
Oh, how important is it? I think it's very important that you have a dog that can move for you.
Okay, so 8+.
I wouldn't give it 8+, but you know what I mean. I say it's. I mean,
7,
I don't want to put a number on it. But go ahead with your follow-up question.
6.
I don't know.
Okay, because you sat here and said that I watched the live with you on it.
Yeah.
And you sat on the live and you said, I don't give a fuck. I don't like the tails on these dogs. If my dog has a tail, I'm cutting it off.
For sure.
But you know the tail
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily affect the movement directly, but it affects the balance, which affects the movement.
It affects its spine.
But I'm saying that.
So the tail is an extension of a spine.
But I'm saying you know that though, right?
It doesn't affect anything because Frenchies have great movement. English bulldogs have great movement as well. Them dogs don't have no tail naturally, so it doesn't. And these are the two dogs that we introduced into our dog into our gene pool. And we gotta understand is that if you're breeding dogs with tails, I'm not saying you have a more of a terrier dog, but that's more of a terrier trait. And so that comes from the American Bully. That's the only dog that we use that really had a tail. Mm-hmm. And so if you got a dog with a tail, that's more of a terrier trait.
I agree, but.
And most of the real exotic dogs out there don't have tails.
Here's the thing, though. These dogs now, at this current day, 2022, it's been worked so much.
Right.
The blood has been worked so much that you have nice exotics with tails.
Right.
Like and you still have. There was a period of time to where maybe like 2-3 years ago, 2-3 years ago. A lot of dogs would come out. They were super exotic, super bulldoggy looking. That's the state. That's where the state of the game was.
Right.
Now that it's been worked a little bit more, the tails are coming back on the dogs. People are putting the tails back on the dogs.
Yeah.
They're tightening the skin up
and
getting back to the bull.
No, we're getting back to cleaner dogs. People
not necessarily cleaner.
I'm telling you, this industry is really cleaning up their dogs.
This gang got real sloppy, bro.
Even Ryan Gillum got on there and told him. But Ryan Gillum told him, "Hey, listen, you guys are breeding all these clean dogs. You guys are going to be behind."
Yeah, but I'm saying this gang. Yeah, that's true. But this gang got extremely sloppy, bro. Like the dogs at one point, they got extremely sloppy. Yeah. Like you got at like in this current day, 2022. There's no reason for anybody to breed to a bulldog.
That's
no
false.
reason.
That's false.
No, unless you're trying to bring in like a Merle, or something like that.
Yeah.
But as far as to breed to a bulldog to get more exotic features, no reason, because you have bulls, you have exotic bullies that have those features that can get you there.
Yeah. Shout out to Antonio Vera because Antonio Vera actually is bred to a Merle dog. And so
you know what he's trying to do, right?
I know exactly what he's trying to do.
Okay.
I told him what he's trying to do. I mean, he's trying to produce a nice Merle dog.
Exactly, because the Merles are a little bit behind.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so that's why I tell you the market is still open. Yeah. And so the breeders are focused more on building up these crazy structured dogs, but they're not really doing what a breeder's supposed to do, in my opinion. The breeder's supposed to really get in here and critique a certain thing. You know what I mean? Like that's what we're here for. Mm-hmm. And that's why I'm saying color is king, because no one wants these brindle dogs no more. Yes, they got nice structure. They look good. Black dog got nice structure, look good, but we want the color dogs. And so the market is still open right now. And if you have a color dog, you can really be very successful. What
you're saying makes a lot of sense, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It makes a lot of sense, because even when you say no one wants brindle dogs, right? I agree that's true, bro. People will say, nah, I'll take a brindle dog. If it's the hardest dog in the litter, hell yeah, you're going to keep that brindle dog. But when people go breed to a brindle dog, you're not breeding to that dog to get brindles.
All right.
You're hoping you're going to get other colors, or you're willing to sacrifice the brindle color for the structure that the dog has. Right. But ultimately, in your mind, in your head, you don't want a brindle dog.
Right, for sure. Yeah. And they're praying that they don't get brindle.
Yeah. But if it's the hardest dog in the litter, like if you got a murder baby in your brindle litter, hell yeah.
Oh gosh.
Hell yeah.
Murder baby's a nice dog, but you know what I mean, and people gotta understand that brindle don't carry color. Black don't carry color.
What do you mean?
If the dog have the DNA, it will carry it. But as far as people saying, okay, well, brindle dogs carry color, black dog carry color, all these
Not
smut dogs carry
all.
color.
What do you mean?
That's what they say.
You mean like you can produce color? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you can produce color off them dogs.
You can.
You can. You actually can.
Yeah.
But not all dogs carry the color.
Yeah, you need to breed them. It'll be the easiest route is to breed them two color.
The color has to be in the genetics.
Yeah.
I mean, so if the dog doesn't carry the color, there's no way it's going to produce it.
Murder Baby come off Boogie, right?
Boogie, yeah.
Yeah, Boogie.
I'm not sure what color Boogie is. I don't know if he's a fawn. I don't know if he's lilac. I don't know if he's Isabella. I'm not sure if he's fawn or Isabella. I'm not sure. So the thing about it is, and also fawn is
never seen him in person, but based off pictures, I would say he's maybe a fawn color.
Yeah, a fawn is something that I don't like as well. I mean, no offense to Murder Baby or Boogie, but man, the color is king, bro, and people are gonna realize, you know what I mean, eventually. You know what I mean? There's gonna be a lot of dogs to get in this industry. Like you said, we know why Antonio Rivera did that breeding. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. If people don't see it, then they don't see it. But I do see a value in breeding more back towards more of a bulldog ear style exotic bully. I see the value in that.
I do that. I do too. But what I'm saying is that there's no need to go to a pure English bulldog. Like the breeding that you're doing, I'm not sure if you announced it to them yet.
For sure.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So the breeding that you're doing, there's a reason why you're doing that. That dog has exotic features.
Oh, yeah.
But that's hands down not a bulldog.
Yeah, hands down not a bulldog. Look at the front of the dog.
You don't have to do that no more.
Yeah, he that dog got pimping fronts, nice head, nice body. The dog is phenomenal. I mean, it's nothing you can take from that dog.
You don't have to do that anymore. And
Yo is gonna be one of the next top producers out there.
That's how you feel?
Absolutely. The dog is phenomenal.
Will you put money on it?
Do I put money on it? Of course.
When you say top producer, top like what?
He's gonna have nice
what number in the game?
What do you mean? What number in the game? What do you mean?
As far as producers, what number would you say they're gonna be? Number 5? Like, are you saying they're gonna be the top producer in the game at one point?
He's gonna be a very relevant stud in the future. Okay. Yeah, the dog's gonna make sure. He's gonna be the next biggest thing.
Okay.
The thing about it is that I see it. So the reason why I'm breeding the dog because I see what he has to offer, and also I see what he is.
Yeah.
And so with that being said, I know he's going to be one of the top producers.
Okay. I ain't gonna fight you on it because he very well possibly could. We're talking about Antonio Vera. You said he bred to a Merle Bulldog.
For sure.
Who did he breed to?
I don't remember the Bulldog, his name, but I know it's a very crazy Bulldog. The dog is insane.
I ain't gonna lie, Antonio, he know what he be doing, bro. He probably had the craziest. Matter of fact, he probably had the first Merle bully, or at least we considered it a bully.
But they gave him so much
that we've
backlash.
Ever seen. So much. Do you remember that dog?
Almost put him out the industry.
Do you remember that dog?
No, I don't remember the dog.
It was a dog named Pokemon Go, and he kind of had he had this round head, almost like a Frenchy build, not necessarily really a bully build, as far as like the muscular build. It had that Frenchy build, that kind of, you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
That kind of, that body that's just kind of the same all the way through.
Right.
And they gave him, like you said, they gave him hell about it.
For sure.
But look where the game is now.
Yeah, the thing about it is that
they're starting back to where he was maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah. See, the thing about it is I'm doing what I got to do, and I never look back. You know what I mean? I'm going to introduce a lot of cousins in the industry, and I will never look back.
For sure.
There's nothing nobody can tell me or say about me that's going to keep me from being influential.
For sure. You go get some. Okay. When it comes to the Merles.
Yeah.
What do you think the Merle is lacking? Or do you think first off, do you think the Merle will ever get to the point where everyone's, to being that complete bull, do you feel like there is a complete Merle bull out there right now? Or do you feel like, how do you feel about the Merles?
I think it's still an open market. You know what I mean? Just as well as the Lawlex. As well as I think it's still an open market. How the industry is looking. You know what we're looking for. I mean, anybody that's in the industry, you know exactly what you're looking for inside of an exotic movie. And then once that dog get produced, and you get a dog that you're looking for, then that dog will be the next biggest thing, without a doubt.
Okay.
So like, you know what I mean? I know why he's doing it. You know what I mean? And it's very smart. You know what I mean?
Nah, he know what he's doing.
Yeah.
He know what he's doing. Like, I feel like you can do that. Since the Merle is not there, you can do that with the Merles.
Right.
But if you did that right now with an exotic bully, you're starting from ground zero again. You're chasing somebody who's on the third lap of a 400. The third lap of a race, versus in the Merle game, you're only chasing somebody that's on their first lap, basically.
Oh, you talking about okay?
Yeah.
I think you know what I mean. The thing about it is, I would have did a little bit different. I would have took more bitches to that one stud. I would have did it a totally different way to increase my chances of producing a better dog. But you know what I mean. What he did was, you know what I mean. He did what he did. I think he classified that dog as a hybrid. So I think that's something that's different. That's really not.
Did he put it out there publicly?
Yeah, he put it out there publicly.
Okay.
So you know what I mean. He said he's going to register the dog as a hybrid. You know what I mean. But at the end of the day, I feel like it's going to be stiff, bro. I feel like a lot of people are introducing Merles. You know what I mean. There's a lot of nice Merles out there, like the boy Power. But I gotta see him in person. You know what I mean. Some of them, the characteristics are not as they're more bulldogish, or they're more bigger. You know what I mean. It's going to be either one or two. One a dog can be more of a bulldog style of dogs, which people don't like, and then the other style is going to be more of a bigger dog.
For sure,
so
because of the way that it was introduced.
Exactly, the way it was introduced and what dog they've used to introduce it.
Yeah, because people will tell you that Merles have been in these bullies for years, and they have been, but it's been very rare.
Yeah.
So the way that the Merle has come to the public, and you see so many Merles now, is because they were introduced.
Right.
Either through a bulldog or through a bigger XL or standard sized bully.
Right.
And you can see it. Like, it's not rocket science. You can see it in the dogs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, the thing about this is I don't really, you know what I mean, I care about what a dog look like, of course, you know what I mean, but like I like Crown because it's a production. I like all these. I like Pimpin' 80s because it's production. I like Pimpy because it's production. You know what I mean? It's not. You know what I mean? I like Pimpy. Pimpy is like one of my ideal dogs. Like I love that style of dog right there. But
we like Pimpy, Kenny, man. Can we get a stud credit?
No, I don't think I'm asking for no stud credit now.
Can we get a stud credit for the regular price? Sheesh. Boy, Kenny tried to hit you for the 75 across the head.
Because I never understood what Kenny was doing, because I'm like, man, Kenny is sharing people, like he's staring people away. You know what I mean? But I know what he's doing now. He want to target like people like you and I, who really is educated and really do what they need to do, and also he just want a certain type of client base.
I feel like I felt the same way you said.
He don't want
that's what he's doing.
He don't
but
want
I feel like, and I can't necessarily say I agree or disagree with it, because it's actually kind of smart. But then I see it another way.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying first. When I look at it the other way, I'm like, damn, Kenny really could have had the game locked up for a while. Like, he could have really had it locked up, like the times when Bape was in his prime,
For sure.
So where no other dog is breeding, really,
right.
but Bape.
Right.
Who you taking your female to, Bape? Who you taking your female to, Bape? Who you taking your Bape? I feel like Kenny. I feel like Pimpy did well. Don't get it twisted.
Right.
But I feel like Kenny could have had that effect, kind of like if the fee was maybe a little. But then again, he wants to eliminate. Look at the quality of dogs that Pimpy has out there with him doing the way that he's doing it.
Exactly.
I don't think there's a dog in the game outside of like Bait, maybe Buasachi, that has as many quality studs off of their male. I don't think anybody in the game besides Maybe those two.
Crown.
Crown?
Yes. Crown's about to take the industry over.
Yeah,
Crown.
but I'm saying he may get there. I'm talking about right now. Crown doesn't have a second. He doesn't have a son that is that's on any of the levels of any Pimpy sons.
I agree with you. But I
Yeah.
feel like Crown is enough, but also his production is pretty young. But you can see the potential already in his.
Do you know the
production.
sons that Pimpy has under his belt?
For sure, yeah.
Let's name 5 of them.
Marine, Crown, Easy, Hot Boy. What is it? Let me see. Who am I missing?
You said Crown,
Marine, Pimpin' Ain't Easy.
Pimpin' Ain't Easy.
He got a son named Hot Boy.
Hot Boy.
And I know I'm missing.
We're missing one. Yeah, I can't think of it either.
Damn.
You say Pimpin' Ain't Easy?
I already said Pimpin' Ain't Easy. Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
We'll keep moving.
Yeah, for sure. Because he have nice.
But we talking about when you can go and name 5 top studs off your mail.
Yeah. That gets scary, huh?
Nah, it's scary.
Yeah, for sure.
That's serious.
He's doing what he got to do. But you know, it just depends, man. Because when my mentor already told me, like he got enough. You throw enough shit to the wall, and it's gonna stick eventually.
Yeah.
And so like some of these guys, you know what I mean, like some of these dogs are just lackluster. And we breed to these dogs, and once we breed to these dogs, like of course, you know what I mean, dog gonna pull something out of his ass one day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you probably have a son that's gonna be like can equal out to him or be better. But like once you can consistently do it, that really defines a producer. It really defines a dog that's really out there, you know what I mean, producing his look.
For sure.
Yeah.
So people that don't know you, Daydream, how far does your knowledge go back in this game? What are some of the oldest dogs in this game that you can speak about confidently?
Remy, Little Row. You know what I mean, dogs. You know what I mean, dogs that far.
Okay, so you talking about Remy, Little Row?
Yeah.
That's a while ago.
Yeah,
I'm talking about. Let me put it like this: dogs that were actually living and in their prime while you were studying them, or you had your eyes on them. How far can you go back?
If you want to talk about living, because of course you do research and you figure out exactly what dogs are popular, and you learn about them over time. Mm-hmm. And so if I want to say like, shoot, the only dog I can really say like that's a real legend is like probably I'll say Babe.
Okay.
And Babe is a 7-year-old dog, so you know what I mean that speaks volumes already. But I'll say Babe. I mean, as far as exotics, you know what I mean, I'm pretty new into this industry, so I still have a lot of learning to do.
Okay. So you just made a statement. You say you have a lot of learning to do.
For sure.
There are people in this game that feel like, because this is an old school game, bro, with an old mindset.
Right.
You got people in this game that feel like you shouldn't be teaching anybody because you're still learning things. What do you say to them, those type of people, to combat that? We
know as dogs, we learn every day, but also what I have to say is that I don't want you teaching none of my people no ignorant stuff. You know what I mean? So I don't want you teaching my people, you know what I mean, some of these things that these people say every day on live, and so that's why it's always a battle between me and other individuals on live, because they get on there and speak just ignorance, and so you know what I mean, I just don't like that. And so with that being said, I'd rather educate the community instead of keep the community behind.
What name me one of the most ignorant things you ever heard somebody say on live?
One of the most ignorant things I ever heard somebody say on live.
One of the most ignorant accepted things.
Ignorant accepted things. Breeding your dog off of numbers. That's one of the ignorant, most accepted things that's in this industry.
That's a fact.
If I have a dog and I'm waiting for that dog to hit a specific number, so say for instance I'm breeding off of numbers and I'm waiting for my dog to hit a 22.
Yeah.
But the stud dog I have is in Cali. So I'm waiting for the dog to hit a 22, but the stud dog I need to use in Cali. So it's going to take about a day to even get here. And so I'm looking for this specific number, and 9 times out of 10 I'm not going to hit it. And so it's very uneducated. Well, that's very uneducated decision, because I breed my dog off ovulation. So I already know that my female's at a 5.6 right now, and I'm going to test her Monday. If her numbers have risen, if her numbers like, you know what I mean, in the double digits, I know that she truly ovulated. And so now I know that from when I got that 5, I got 48 to 72 hours to get my female inseminated. I breed off of ovulation.
Yeah.
I breed off numbers because if not, I'll be going to Monday trying to chase this number, and then my breeding will be 4 to 5 days late.
Yeah.
And so if I'm 4 to 5 days late, what it ends up in smaller litter or no litter at all.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that.
I ain't gonna lie, I hear that dumb shit a lot too.
Yeah,
I hear that dumb shit a lot. People say, I do my surgicals at a 22. Or I hit my female.
You wait.
I start AI in my female at a 16.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn.
You can do that. You know what I mean?
But like you said, you can do it, but it's a guess.
If you have a stud dog there, or you can get it within a few hours, okay, do it. Breed your dog off numbers if that's what you want to do. But I never recommend anybody breed their dog off numbers because I can take a female in, my female, and I might just do it for the people because I've been documenting everything I'm doing with this female from the start to finish. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to document. Well, I have been documenting this whole thing. Once it's time to breed my female, I'm going to show my female 3 days after ovulation where her numbers are. All right. And so I bet you when you take your female in 3 days after ovulation, them numbers going to be totally different, two different numbers. You know
for sure.
My bitch can be out of 40.
Here. Yeah.
Your bitch can still be out of 25. Mm-hmm. And so the thing about it is you chasing this number, but this number don't mean anything.
It don't
mean anything
after ovulation.
Exactly. After your female ovulation, you see the spike, the numbers don't matter at all.
It does matter up until ovulation. That's it.
Right.
Once you hit ovulation, it's over.
I'm glad that you clarified that. Yes, it doesn't matter. Once your female ovulates, it doesn't matter after that.
Yeah, it's over with. Like
sure.
That's the whole point of progesterone test. You're trying to catch ovulation. The LH spike is what you're trying to catch.
The LH surge for sure.
But people, somewhere along the line, they got lost in this game.
It just never was taught. Because
how do I know it then? Somebody told me.
Because you have the blonde leading the blind, and so the thing about it is some of these OGs or the people that have been in the industry for a long time, they are actually blind.
Yeah. And
people be like, "Oh, Daydream is a blind. He's blind leading the blind," but no, you are the blind leading the blind. You don't want to telling these people these ignorant things, and this would need to change. You know what I mean about the community, and so that's why I'm the face and the voice of the community because I'm going to enforce these changes. Just as well as these dogs are no longer Lilac. They're Isabella. And that's one change right there that I made off the table, off the rip. We got to distinguish the difference. And there's a lot of things that I'm going to change, and there's a lot of things I'm going to do in this industry. I'm not done yet.
For sure. How long you plan around? You plan being around this industry?
Once I produce a perfect dog.
So that means you're gonna be breeding forever.
Exactly. That's the way to analyze that question. I loved it. I love that.
So, I've been watching the lives. Everybody's been watching the lives. We see probably about 3 different daydreams.
Oh, yeah.
You got the daydream that is, calm, cool, collective. Maybe likes to debate dogs a little bit.
Yeah.
You got the daydream that is, likes to, maybe give off a little knowledge, talk about DNA a lot. And then you got the troll. Daydream, the troll.
Yeah.
Which one are you?
Personally?
Yeah.
And this don't have anything to social media. It just depends on how I feel. Because sometimes some things are just so ignorant that you have to just play with it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to play with a situation for somebody to understand it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta put somebody in a very uncomfortable position to where it's like, okay, well, let me go home and really research this. I was talking to an individual, and he kept on telling me, "Dang, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense." Well, look it up. So I'm gonna sit here and play with you until you decide to look this up, because I cannot sit here and tell everybody, educate yourself, do this. Go make sure you study, make sure you actually, talk to people that's really educated, talk to people, that's really doing it, and talk to these scientists. Go talk to the animal genetics, go talk to these people who's actually doing these studies and actually understand what's going on. Instead of them doing that, they sit here and rely on Daydream to get on here and teach them this lecture. I'm not doing that. You gotta put in, you gotta invest your time. You gotta invest, come on. I had to invest my time, you gotta invest your time to learn as well.
For sure.
I'm here for the community. I want to do everything I can to help and push this breed forward. But also you guys gotta help me, and you gotta put it in the work as well. You know what I'm saying?
How many people would you say lean on or inquire with Daydream, about some type of breeding knowledge a day
we.
or a week?
I could, bro. I could show you DMs right now, bro.
How many people would you say?
I like a week,
Yeah.
a day. I'll say I probably get like at least 3 or 4 DMs a day.
3 or 4 a day.
If it's not for color, it's from when they breed the bitches. If it's not even that, it's whelping as well.
Are these new breeders? Are these old school breeders? Are these?
And the funny thing about it is some of the breeders that feel like I'm misinformed. It's some of the breeders that they be like, oh, Daydream, you don't know what you're talking about. But then they're in my DMs, you know what I mean? Like, hey, when did I breed my female ovulation? How does ovulation work?
So they publicly try to humiliate you.
For sure.
But behind closed doors, they're leaning on you for knowledge.
Yeah, they publicly trying to humiliate me because the thing about this, what I have noticed is that someone who don't understand something, they're going to knock it because they don't understand it. Just well as color. You don't understand color, so I'm like, oh well, not I'm saying you, but the individuals don't understand color, so they're gonna be like, oh nah, that don't matter.
Yeah.
And truly it does matter. And I hear everybody say, oh A B C D E F G because I'm throwing these DNA codes out there for them. You know what I mean? So they don't understand what I'm saying, so they just making a mockery of it. But you're gonna need that one day. You know what I mean? You're gonna need to understand that one day because you're gonna be DNA testing your bully and be like, okay, well, what is AT? What is Lil E? What is cocoa? What's testable chocolate? You're gonna need to know this, and you're gonna know the DNA code one day. And so some things get looked at as a joke because people don't understand it. Once they understand it, then they understand how valuable it is to their program and to their dogs.
For sure. I mean, you have a lot of people that troll you too. You have a lot of verified trolls.
For sure.
Who would you say your biggest troll is?
Pow Wowie. Shout out to Pow Wowie. One of my biggest trolls.
Who?
Pow Wowie. Luke Wolford.
Yeah, okay.
That's his government. Luke Wolford. He's one of my biggest trolls because he just loves the you know what I mean, get entertainment. You know what I mean? Just the other day I got on live and did 5 push-ups for him.
You did 5 push-ups for him?
Yeah, I did 5 push-ups. Wow. Just to have fun. Because he
was it a bet?
Yeah, it was a bet. Yeah, he actually paid for my progesterone, so I appreciate you, Pow Wowie, for that.
Oh, Pow Wowie paying for progesterones?
Yeah. yeah. He's trying to troll, but he actually paid for my progesterone, so I appreciate him for that. But Pow Wowie is a troll that he gets on, he has fun. It's fun to me, it's entertainment. Mm-hmm. But when it really comes to dogs, he cannot get on the topic. So if you ever see me really having a dog talk with somebody, you would never see Pow Wow in there trolling because he's learning from me. He's learning from Daydream.
In the inbox?
Nah, he never inboxed me.
Oh, okay.
Pow Wow. Nah, he never inboxed me before. Okay. I can say that. No, he never inboxed me. But he listens to me every day. Every time we really get on here and really talk dogs, he really gets on there and listen. He shuts up in the comments. For sure, because he's learning.
So
he's
you teach
just like everybody else, for sure.
Classes in session.
Yeah, he would never admit to it, but I'm for sure teaching him.
Okay. So when it comes to just your whole Instagram experience.
Yeah.
I think I seen you. You popped up maybe on my news feed. Maybe like a year ago. How did you get to Instagram? Like, where were you before Instagram?
Wow. I actually still deal with, but I was dealing with horses. I used to train horses. And also I used to do this event called Pony Express. So I was dealing with horses. And then I'm like, dang, I really want to get into the dogs. I really like the dogs. And so once I realized I was really fascinated with dogs, before the poodles and stuff like that, I got into the exotics. And so once I realized, like, dang, I really like these exotic dogs. And so what happened was I bought my first bitch, silver-plated Neptune, one of the hardest females out right now. And so I bought her, and that's what started it all. I bought her at 5 months. So that's what started it out right there.
I'm going to get 2 things. You call it silver-plated Neptune.
Silver-plated Neptune, yes.
Where did that name come from?
Man, is I don't know.
Where did the silver-plated part come from?
I don't know.
Just something you thought about?
Yeah, it's just something like now I pick up things. I use things that's beneficial to me. I really like the name because that's actually how they kind of label horses. Horses have very unique names, and so you know what I mean. I just named it silver-plated Neptune because I thought that was pretty cool.
So let me ask you this.
Yes.
When I came in today, when I came in the house, I saw I was on live with a group of people.
Yeah.
And they were saying that you finessed them by not pulling the dog on live. They say you acted like you pulled the dog on live.
Yeah.
But you didn't pull the dog on live.
Yeah.
Did you or did you not pull that dog on live?
Before I answer that question, do you believe that statement?
It's not for me to believe.
No, I'm asking you the question.
It's not for me to believe.
No, but you got to answer the question though. I mean, you asked me the question, so I feel like.
No, I thought you pulled the dog.
Do you feel like I pulled the dog, or you feel like I didn't pull the dog?
I thought you pulled the dog.
Okay, I for sure pulled the dog. I don't have anything live for. And listen, I got on there. I pulled the dog. I ended up dropping. Well, like I didn't drop my phone, but I swiped over. If you know anything about IG, if you swipe over, it basically kicks you out the whole live. Mm-hmm. So I get on there, swipe over. I pulled my dog, my female. Actually, my female was like I used her as a teaser, but she wasn't in the heat. So I used her as a teaser, but she wasn't in the heat, and because the dog was just, I mean, he's a horny dog. Mm. So with that being said, I pulled him. Once I pulled him, I'm showing everybody on live, and they seeing me pull the dog, and all this crazy stuff. And so I actually gets the phone, and I because my cousin was there. She was holding my female while I'm pulling my boy.
How old's your cousin?
She's 17? No. She's like 18.
Okay.
She's like 18. She don't mess with dogs at all. She ain't about to pull no dog or nothing like that. You know what I mean? Like that's not her cup of tea. Like she's like, nah, I'm not doing it. And so I never asked her, but when she was on live, she thought it was just so disgusting. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? That's what we do as dog breeders. And so I pulled the dog. You see the dog. You can see everything. It's clearly there. I'm showing them holding the dog. The dog is clearly erect and all that stuff like that. I'm holding him, you know what I mean, pulling and collecting them. But then they say, oh, well, you didn't collect the dog because we didn't see the whole thing. But the whole time you see me pull the dog, and then my phone turned off, and I get back on there, and you see me holding the dog with the bag in my hand. You see the whole thing. They seen enough to humiliate me, but they didn't see me pull the dog. It's crazy. It's crazy how you see me sitting there and say, oh, the dog almost bit me. So if the dog almost bit me, what you think how did I get to see it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you seen enough to say the dog tried to bite me, but you didn't see me pull the dog.
Yeah.
So if I wasn't pulling the dog, why would the dog even react and say that you bit me? That's crazy. Yeah. And so at the end of the day, their story don't add up. My story is the same. You know what I mean? Like I pulled the dog. And matter of fact, my female is in heat, so I'll pull the dog again, just for the fun of it. Matter of fact, I'm not pulling my dog for the fun of it. Tell Mortar to send me my other $400 and I'll pull the dog.
Wait, he owe you $400?
Yeah, because the bet was $500. It was supposed to be $500 for me to pull my dog.
He didn't pay you?
He didn't pay me because he said they didn't see the whole thing. You know, because they're going to always find a gray area.
So I go from 5 to 400.
No, it went 5 to 100. Because he said he was compensating me for my time.
Oh, so he paid you 100?
He paid me 100, but he's supposed to be 500.
See.
That was the bet. The bet was supposed to be $500.
Anybody that didn't lose a bet, they're not sending you anything.
For sure. No,
if they send you
$100,
then his conscience is telling him that he
because
lost the bet.
What happens is that once you make a bet, they always try to add things in at the end. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we supposed to see the pool from the start to the beginning. But it's just
Did they say that? Did they say that from the beginning?
No, they didn't. But it's just me pulling my dog. Like it's me by myself. I can't freaking hold my dog and try to. Bro, I can't hold my dog and keep. I could have propped it up. I didn't even think of it. You know what I mean? I wasn't even thinking about it. Yeah. My cousin is sitting here showing me pulling a dog, and they talking about, oh, look at him, he almost got bit. Like, okay, so if I almost got bit, how did I pull the dog? I mean, why would the dog almost bite me? You think the dog was gonna bite me for no reason? The dog did not bite me for one, and the dog just looked back because I was pulling. That's the second time the dog been pulled ever.
Makes sense.
And it's funny, but you know what I mean? It is what it is.
You know you're an easy target, man.
You know I'm an easy target? I know I have fun with them.
You're an easy target. Let me tell you why you're an easy target. Not because you like I ain't saying like you a pushover or a hoe or nothing like that. But I'm saying the reason why you're an easy target is because you jump on live, you give people ammo sometimes, like purposely. You give them ammo, and then it's so easy for people to, it's so easy to, especially on the internet, for people to bandwagon off somebody else. If this person say, look at Daydream, then it's so easy for the next person to say, look at Daydream.
Yeah.
But you give them that ammo.
But
why do you do that?
Being that person who got me is where I'm right now.
Okay.
So sometimes on like I don't know. I unconsciously make these decisions, and I don't know like what it's doing.
Mm-hmm.
But then it'd be like, okay, well that happened, so now I gotta do this, or now this I gotta play it because it's very. It's crazy once I look back at it because like I do things to prove my point to these guys. Like, bro, why do you even prove your point to these guys?
Ain't got
like,
nothing to prove.
Exactly. I have zero to prove, and like I get on here and just pulling my dogs. It's purely humiliating. It's funny. It's funny because they think I'm not gonna do it. You know what I mean? But they're waiting for a dog to make like the dog just looked back. The dog just looked at me literally, and they said, "Oh, the dog bit him." How do you even get that out of? Come on, bro. Like this second time the dog been pulled, and so they just they're looking for. Man, come on! I'm not about to turn down $500 to pull my dog. A poodle that's not getting used and not getting bred every day. I'm about to turn
make it easy for folks, bro. You make it easy
because they think that I don't know what I'm doing. They feel like I don't know what I'm doing, so they get on here and contest me. Do you think Motor really wanted to waste $500?
Nah, he did
it because he thought I wasn't gonna do it.
You weren't gonna do it,
exactly.
Or for sure that you couldn't do it.
Exactly, and I got on there and proved I can do it, and now they want to. Oh well, we didn't see it. Oh, we didn't. It's always gonna be something, you know what I mean? Because you don't want to lose your money, but you know. He ended up paying up.
So
he ended up paying $100. He still owed me $400. But
in these situations, it's not on purpose. You're not. You're just being yourself, and that's just where the cookie crumbles. This is the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah. But in real life, bro, I think I'm a cool, laid back guy. You know what I mean? I have fun. I hope people don't feel like they can just, you know what I mean, do whatever they want to.
I don't think so.
I hope they do.
I think on the internet, people feel like. Internet is different. It's different. Period, bro. The internet is ruthless.
It's ruthless.
When I hop on there sometimes,
it's undefeated.
And I look at some of those comments, I'm just like, damn, what Daydream do today?
The internet undefeated.
Like, yesterday, maybe 2 days ago, you was on bullshit talking about throw everybody dogs away if it's not color, and but today, damn, he ain't even say nothing.
Yeah.
And y'all, and you on his neck, like, damn. You feel like you get a bad rap?
Bad rap?
Yeah, you feel like you get a bad rap in the game? Or?
Nah, because I don't feel like I get a bad rap. And the reason why is because most people know I'm educated. Most people understand what I do. A lot of people they just join on the bandwagon and be like, oh, he's this, and you know what I mean? They just do, it's just entertainment. They get on there just to have fun and like talk your stuff, you know what I mean? And that is what they do. They know that I'm educated. They know that I know what I'm talking about. They just want to try to troll me, until they can't troll no more. And so you know what I mean. Once I have my litter, once I start doing all those things, they're still gonna troll me. They're still gonna find something to sit back and troll me about. But the only reason why they troll me is because it's entertaining. It's funny to troll Daydream.
For sure.
And it's like I know it, but sometimes you can't resist but to react to what they're saying. You know what I mean? Like they're saying all like these outlandish things. Like
you give them that attention back that they're seeking.
But it's funny because like how could you say this? Like how could you sit here and say certain these make all these allegations and they're 100% false? Like bro, listen, Powell, we got on here and he said my dog was spayed. How's my dog spayed? My female just came into heat. She's at a 5.6 right now. He got on here and said he just lied. And so it's like this, it's just things like that that's like, bro, you crazy, but it makes for good entertainment for the people.
And one of the funny things really, I be hearing people say, I need to quit saying that. They say the female was spaded. That's not how you say that. That's
Powwow lingo. Hey, you know what I mean?
Either the female is spayed,
did you know that
or she's not. You can't say spaded. That don't make sense.
Did you know that Powwow was an inbred human? Like he's inbred.
Stop it.
He's inbred for sure.
Stop it, man. What are the facts, man? You got a DNA chart behind that too?
No, the way he was bred. Okay. Hold on, time out. Look at him. He's a defect. You know how we talking about hip, bro. You know what? I'm not gonna use this platform. I'm not gonna use this platform to do it.
Do you have a
DNA, for sure.
Do you have a DNA chart behind that?
I don't have a DNA
All
chart.
right. Do you have any factual evidence behind that?
For sure.
You have factual evidence
In his phenotype, you can see it.
in his phenotype.
You can see it.
Man, do you have any factual paper evidence?
We're not gonna talk about that online. I mean, on here.
Okay.
Yeah, we can talk it out.
So we're gonna say no. He don't have any factual evidence.
I'm gonna say yes.
So we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do
But
that.
he's for sure inbred.
We ain't gonna do that. We don't have factual evidence on that.
He's for sure inbred.
But all right, man. We towards the end of the interview.
For sure.
Let's tell the people. You know, who is Daydream? You know, who are you? What's your name that your mother gave you?
Oh, my real name?
Yeah.
My real name is Daniel McLaughlin.
Okay, Daniel.
Daniel McLaughlin.
So y'all that don't know what to call him and don't want to call him his Instagram name. His name
please
is
call me Daydream.
Daniel.
Yeah,
Dan the man.
Nah,
Stan. Face of the bully gang.
We're not gonna do that. But
the face and the voice of the bully gang.
My real name is Daniel McLaughlin. But I would love to be called Daydream.
Daydream.
I don't like people calling me. Well, I'm cool with people calling me Daniel, but like, you know what I mean, honestly, I don't like to be called Daydream.
For sure.
Yeah.
And you said your female is in heat right now. She's
right
at
now,
a 5.6.
She's at a 5.6 as we speak right now.
What's gonna happen? You're gonna barbecue. You're gonna mildew. It's a lot of pressure.
What?
You're gonna barbecue. You're gonna mildew. You're gonna fall and croak over. What you gonna do?
Do we have time to mildew?
I don't.
Oh, I'm about to barbecue.
You say you're gonna barbecue.
I'm about to listen. We about to cook up. This is about to be very entertaining. You know, I'm putting myself to the test, and I'm putting my. You know what? The thing about it is, I'm going to be a real dog breeder. Besides some of these other people in the industry, I'm not coming here to promote anything. I don't care about none of that stuff. I'm here to be a dog breeder, and I'm going to show people how to breed dogs.
For sure. Man, it's the end of the first segment, man. The revenge of the dreamers. It's your boy Allen with Exquisite Bullies.
This is Daydream, the face and the voice of the bully community.
And we were live on the Bully Spittin podcast, signing out.
Already.